Hello, students. Let's read the problem. And it says, Mr. Jobs is filling the pool of his house. The following tables shows 4 different pumps and the flow rate of each. Which of the following tables shows a non-proportional relationship between X and Y? So now we're supposed to find a what? A non-proportional relationship, but it's not in a graph, right? This one is actually on a table. So what do I do to find a non-proportional relationship from a table? Well, first of all, what about if we say what is a proportional relationship? Of course, in a table, right? So in a proportional relationship, the ratios of y over x must be equivalent. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, ratios means a fraction, right? So for example, in letter A, I will need to divide the y over the x, which this will be what? 60 over 10, and that gives me a what? A 6, right? And then I will need to divide 135 divided by 25. Yes, and that gives me a 5.40 or 5.4. What do you notice right now? I got a 6 and then I got a 5.4. Are those two numbers equal? No, they're not, right? So what does it mean about letter A then? Is letter A a proportional relationship? No, because in order for a table to be proportional relationship, their ratios should be or must be equivalent. And right now I notice they're not. So letter A is a what? Non-proportional. And if you want to, we can try, for example, 210, and you divide that by 40, and we get 5.25. So I'm going to write it down over here. And that gives me 5.25. So I can see that all the numbers are different. So I know what you're thinking. Miss, are you sure that on letter B, C, and D, I'm going to get the same answers? And yeah, let's try it, okay? So we're going to start with the first one. And the first one is going to be 65. I'm going to write it down here. Over 10. And if you divide 65 over 10, you get 6.5. Right? Okay, let's do the next one. 162.5 divided by 25. Work it out. Go ahead and put them in your calculator. 162.5 divided by 25. And what do you get? Yes, you get the 6.5, right, guys? So I notice here that these two numbers are exactly the same. So go ahead and do the other two. Go ahead and put them in the calculator. 260 divided by 40. And I get a what? 6.5, exactly. And the last one? Go ahead and do that. 780 divided by 120. And I bet you got 6.5 or 6.50, right? Which is the same. So what do you notice about letter B? All the ratios are equivalent. So letter B is a what? It's a proportional relationship. But I'm not looking for proportional. I'm looking for what? Non-proportional. So it seems like letter A should be the answer, right? Well, just to prove it, let's go ahead and do letter C. Go ahead and do 40 divided by 10. Remember, I am dividing the y over the x, okay? And that gives me a 4. Is that right? How about 100 divided by 25? Still a 4, right? So notice how I got both. And you can do the other two. 160 divided by 40. You will get a 4. And 480 divided by 120. And you still get a what? A 4. Exactly. So all of my numbers, sorry about that. I thought I had the pen. So all of these numbers will give me a 4. Right? So what do you know about letter C? It is a proportional relationship, right? Okay, so this one is proportional. And last one, letter D. 50 divided by 10. Remember, you're dividing the y over the x. That's what I'm doing all the time. Y over x. That gives me a 5. And if you divide this one, go ahead and do it. 125 divided by 25. What do I get? A 5. So what do you notice about letter D? We're getting the same numbers, right? And if you were to continue and finish it up, you will get a 5. And on the last one, go ahead and divide that, and you still get a 5. So notice how letter A was the only one who gave me all different numbers. Therefore, my non-proportional relationship, it is going to be letter A, right? So in a table, you got to divide the Y over the X. Very good.